Now, in the previous videos, we learned about Power BI data transformation, then we learned about Python scripts, data modeling, DAX functions. These all things we learned in the previous videos. We understood the concepts of loading data, then cleaning that data, why it is important, as well as the next what was like we modeled that data, created relationships between tables, understood the things. Also, we connected the data with the Python script. We learned how to make setup of Python and Anaconda, creating environment, and those all the things we covered in our previous videos. In this video, we are going to learn about data visualization. Like what is data visualization, why data visualization is important. Next, we will understand that types of charts, like what the types of charts are present and its importance, and we will see how the data is getting visualized through these charts, like what Power BI is offering us. Those things we will understand. We'll also learn the concept of storytelling, like what is storytelling and why it is important. So what is data visualization? Now, in the Power BI, our main focus is only the Power BI tool is itself. It is for like making data visualize, as a picture can depict more things clearly. As it is said that a picture is worth of 1,000 words. So, such cases, in that case only, we have data and we are converting that data, cleaning that data and converting that data into a picture or a visual format, we are saying, right? So that is what is done with the help of Power BI. So a last concept, or we can say that a final concept of whenever we are going to create a dashboard, we will create in this visualization content, we can say that. So, data visualization in Power BI is the process of representing data graphically. Now, we have different types of charts in Power BI, and using those charts, we are going to visualize the data which we have cleaned and modeled, or we have converted that data, created that measures through that data. So, that data we are going to now make it visual. We are going to show that data according to our requirements. So with what we are going to do, with what we are going to visualize the data, that are different types of charts in Power BI. We will see where those charts are. Is the data visualization is the process of representing data graphically to make it easier to understand, analyze, and draw insights from it. If our data is visualized and we can just look at it and understand the things, then it gets easier to analyze the things, remove insights from that data is easier. In short, we can say that understanding the data is easier. Why data visualization is important now? It makes things more clear. As we said that a picture is worth of 1,000 words, so we can understand why. If reading is time consuming, but just if we look at a picture and understand the things, then it becomes more easier. It will not waste our much time. It will not take us the complex process of understanding the things, like what is relation with this columns to this columns, then we have to analyze the things by our own self, and then we can, it takes times, right? So here, just by looking at the picture, it makes us easy to understand it. So that is why it makes things clear. It helps us to find hidden insights, whatever there are hidden insights, like as I said, that we can create measures and then we can convert that data. Okay, by create with that measures we can understand the things more clearly, or with the help of those measures we understand the columns or specific things which are not in our data. So that is why in that cases we are finding a hidden insight from a table and we are understanding that thing. So this is also an advantage of data visualization. Now what is storytelling? I'll explain it in further. It helps us to make better choices. By analyzing that data, we can make our choices according to that. Now, mostly it is done with the sales data. means like visualization, if we do with any of the sales data, then we can understand the insights, and then based on that data analysis we can take further decisions, like in where sector if we are going low, then we should work on that. In which sector we are okay, so we will keep that aside, and depend on that data visualization we can give priority to our work. So that is why it helps us to make better choices also. Now, the most commonly used charts are there, like bar chart, line chart, pie chart, donut chart. These all are the most commonly used, but there are many more charts available in Power BI. But these are just the simple ones which we are going to use. Now it depends upon us, like whatever the requirements of our data is or what the things we want to analyze. Based on that, we are going to select the chart. Selecting the charts or the visualization thing is also important, like bar chart and column chart. Now what, for what purpose these charts are being used? So bar chart is good for comparing categorical data. So if we are having any categorical data, then we can use these bar charts or these column charts, and then we can represent that data. So it depends like what value we have to present or make it visualized. Then line charts are used for showing any of the trend. So based on any, like if based on a year, if we are showing that how in this year what was the sales, in next year what was the sales, so in that case we are going to use line chart. So it depends. Pie chart, donut chart, those are used to show whole part. It depends, like whatever there in our data is, according to that we have to select the chart. So pie chart is used to show parts of whole that. Then next is we have scatter plot. Scatter plot is useful for showing the relationship between two numerical variables. And then maps is used for the geographical data. If you want to show any country based data, then we can use this map. We have table and matrices. Now table and matrices are different things, so we will understand that. For presenting precise data values, tables are used. Now as we are working with the table only, so we know what table is, right? But matrices are a bit different. Tables are for detailed data. Now if we want anything in the detailed understanding, we want in tabular format, if we want any data, then we can arrange it in the table also, or make it visualize in the table also. Next, matrices are for summarized data with drill down capabilities. We will understand like why it has drill down capabilities when we will make a visualization of matrice. KPIs stand for key performance indicators. So, for what these KPIs are, visual cues to track progress towards goals. We'll understand this. Once we will make a visualization through it, then we will understand in depth like what these things are used for. Cards we have to, as like in the last video also, when we created a measure, we have seen that how we can represent a measure. Now measure is made mostly for the total or the one particular column. If we want, oh sorry, one particular row, a block, we want a value in just a single value we want, then we are using a measure. So representing a measure can be also done with the cards, or mostly it is done with the cards only. So if you want to represent any single value, so in that cases we are using cards. Now tree map is used to show hierarchical data in nested rectangles, like how it is going to be seen, that we will see in the when we will move further. Funnel charts are used to illustrate a flow through the stages. According to a stage wise, we are going to go and understand the data in the funnel charts. So these were the things, like these are some commonly used charts in Power BI, but there are many more also available. Now storytelling is what, like when we create a dashboard, we should make it, or we should show that dashboard, present that dashboard in an interesting way. So that is only what storytelling is. Like whoever the person who has analyzed the data, created the dashboard or shared that dashboard, he or she should represent that data in a way like he or she is telling a story, like story of sales analysis from this year to this year. So kind of that he or she should create a story and then narrate it in that way. Like storytelling in Power BI is the art of presenting data insights in compelling and narrative way. We should now, anyone who is not from the background of data analyst, he or she should also understand the data. If we show him tables and like just a raw data, then he or she will get confused, but we want to make that data interactive and understand to each and every person. So that is why we have to make it interactive and present it in a way that it should be compelling and it should be in a narrative way. It should be like we are guiding our audience through the information to drive understanding and action. So it is similar concept to like a storytelling person, or like parents telling a story to their child. So that concept we can apply over here, but it's just for understanding thing. Now, what is the importance of this storytelling is like, so why this storytelling is important? Whenever we are telling a story, the person's front person listens to us in very like attentive way, we can say that. So engagement is what we can get from the people. Like it creates takes someone's attention when we are telling a story about data. So that is only the thing it is said over here. Clarity. Now, if we show tables or like files or pages of data to front person, he or she will not understand it. If it is important, they have to work on that, but understanding the data becomes difficult. But when we create visualizations, then we get a clear insight of that data. Understanding the things becomes easier. It has great impact also, and also a communication is an advantage, we can say, or importance of storytelling. So here I have opened Power BI. In the last video, we were working with the DAX functions, and we created measures also. And then there we created one visualization, that was card. So in this video, we are going to go with that data only. So I am opening that file which was there. Here we can see what our data was. It was just a sample file. So this was the card which we created in the previous video. It was measure which we calculated, and then we presented or visualized that in this way. Here this is a data which we have loaded, and these are the measures which we created, calculated columns were there. These things are present over here. Now this area is known as canvas area. We will need to understand this thing. This area is known as canvas area, the area which is in this dotted lines. So these all things. For right now we are not going to use this. We will create it again. We can remove it when we click on here. This we can remove any of the visualization which we have made. So this is our canvas area. Here you can see that there is an option of filters. When we will make visualization, you will understand it. Here you can see that these types of charts are available. Now I explained that line chart. Here you can see that we have bar chart, column chart, and this is known as funnel. Like step by step the data is being presented. If we want to visualized map, then we can use this. We have, this is known as card. Here we can see that pie chart is there. Python script we have learned before only, like how we can make use of this Python scripts. The slicer is there, R script, table and matrix. These all things are available over here. Now how we are going to make a dashboard, that depends upon us, depends upon our creativity. But now we will understand the basic things, like what are things present over here. First we should, now creating any of the visualization or dashboard is okay. Dashboard should have, now when we get starting, whenever we are starting with this dashboard creation, we should give a name to our dashboard, right? Like here you can see that if we directly start presenting, then it is not going to work, or it is not going to be that interactive. So how we can give a name to our dashboard? But before that, I want, like, if we want to insert any image to our dashboard, or we want to change the color of our dashboard, where we can go? Here you can see the option we have is format your report page. Report page means this is our report page. So what we can do, we can go over here. Here we can have we have things like page information, like it's page number 1. If we want to give any name to this, then we can change it from here. So we have canvas. Now, as I said, this area is known as canvas. So here we have canvas settings. So if we want to change anything from about canvas, then we can change it from here. We have the option of wallpaper, filter pane, filter cards. Whenever we are going to work with it, then we will understand. For right now, we are going to change the canvas background. If we want to change with the color, then we can go from here. Like, if we will change now, as I have selected this color, change the color, but still we cannot see that. Let's take this color, but we still cannot see that because transparency here is 100%. If we reduce the transparency, you can see the color of our canvas is being changed. So it depends, like, if whatever color we want, we can take it to our canvas. If we just increase the transparency, the color will start fading. Now this was the canvas setting option, like background setting. Now if we want to select any image to our background, give a different background image to our background, then what we can do is we can give it from here also. We have that option also. So let's, if I have any of the image, yeah. Now here also image is being added. You can see it over here, right? But still we cannot see because we have not reduced the transparency. If we reduce the transparency, we can see that the image which we have loaded is being set to our report page. Now if we want to reduce it to full, we can do that also. I think this is okay. If we want to keep this, we can keep. If we don't, we will not. I am not going to keep it right now. I will not even keep this color. If you want, you can keep color to your canvas area, or if you want, you can give your image whichever you want to give. This was the setting of this canvas area or canvas background, we can say. So here there are different settings available. You can check and work according to your ways. Next, what we will do is we will start with the cards. Now again we came into this build visual. Here you can see that this option is there. It is known as card. But before that, we wanted to give name to our report, right? So how we are going to give? In the Excel also we have this text box or like any other thing to add text. So here similar is there. You just have to select this, and here the box will appear. Now you have to resize it according to your way. You can keep it anyhow you want, of whatever size you want or what length you want. It depends. And what will we will give the name? Really latest. Here are this heading, we can say there is available. So what now name we want to give to our report? Now as we are having the data of sale, it was sample sales, right? So we will give it name as sales insights. Here I have given the name. You can then increase its size. You can add alignment to it. Mostly it should be in the center only. It is looking good there only. We can keep it bold. If we want to change the font of it, then we can do it from here. I think size I should increase more. Yeah, this is okay. So here we have given name to our report page. We have aligned it. We have made some of the changes, whatever we wanted. Now here this is our name of this report or dashboard we will say. Next what we will do is we will take a card. We have to go in this visuals and then whichever visual we want, we just have to tap on it or select it. Now as these cards are used to represent a single value. Single means if we are having any total average, then those kinds of things we can make visual with this card. So what do we have? We have like anything total. Yeah, we have this total sales, which was a single value, like somewhat 4 3, that was their value, so we can represent it in the card. So what we have to do is, here you can see the fields are available. Add data fields here. If you select this and drag and drop over here also, then also we can see. If we select this checkbox, then also we can see the value is being visualized in the card, or we just drag and drop. If you want to remove, then you can just click over here on this cross, then it will get removed. We want to keep, so we will just keep it. So if we want to resize our card, so we can do it from here according to our ways. These are the things now that are available. Now here you can see this arrow. You can, if we just click on that, then it is showing us that what kind of value is there, and if we want to keep average of that, then we can keep average of total sales from here. So if you want minimum of it, minimum is not a good choice, right? So we will not keep that, but we have the values of that. I think, or we can say that we have the options of those things also. If we want count of total sales, then that is showing us standard deviation, mean, or if we want other value like in percentage, so that also we can show. But we don't want to change anything. We will keep it as whatever it was. It was sum, right? So we'll keep it as sum only. Show value as like no calculation, first make it and then you can show it. Yeah, so this is how we are going to make any card and visualize it. Now proper alignment or setting that on the report page is also necessary, so we will make that changes also. Now it is created, card is being created, but here you can see that sum of total sales. We want to give name to a card, but this is not a proper name, right? So what we can do is, if we just double click over here, from here also we can change the name of it. So what we will do is, we will just keep as total sales if we want to, and we will click enter. So here you can see the name has been changed. So these are the things that we can do with the card. There are many other things also. So what we will do is, now we want to design something different with our card. So what we will do is, here we can go to this visual format, and here you can see that the different things are available over here. So we will go in this general. We have here properties option, like what we want to keep properties, its position, horizontal, vertical position, everything is there. Padding, if we want, we can change it from here. Advanced option also we have, maintain layer order, these things are present over there. If we want to give title to a card, then also we can give it from here. Effects is there, like background color, what background color you want to give to your card. Now let's say if we give black, is the value is going to be visible? No, so black is not a good choice, so we can change it from here, like whatever we want to give. Or if we don't want colors from these things, so we can also go on this more colors option, and we can change it from here also. Now let's choose whatever we want. Okay, let's keep this. Okay, so we have given color to it. Then transparency option is also available to here. Available here, we can reduce, increase it if we want. We'll keep it this. Visual border. Now as a card is having border, so it is showing us like in what color we want a border. Here it is off. If we make it on, we can make these things enabled. So what kind of border we want? Now here black is okay. If we want rounded corners, like if we increase this, you can see the corners are being changed. If we deselect it, you can see the corner of that card is being changed. Where were we? Oh, we have to select this, and then we can make changes of this thing of card. So where were we? We were in the title effects data format, I think. Header icons. Here, these things are known as header icons. If you want to change the color of that, then we can do it. So we don't want, because those are not going to be visible. Icons option is also available over here. You can see. And here you can see that if we want to increase the width of the border, so that also we can do it from here. You can see now what kind of width is increased over here. We don't want this much, so we will, okay, this is okay. 6 is also I think too much. We will reduce it a bit. Okay, that's 4 is okay. So it depends like what we want to do with your visualization. Now this was the card which we made visualize, which we created in our visualization pane. So we have to arrange it according to wherever we want to add in our report. One thing I want to tell you, if you double click on this canvas area, you will see this preparing Q&A. What will happen when this Q&A is being prepared? Or here also you will see that you have the option of Q&A. If you'll notice, what it will do is it will automatically analyze the data, and it will prepare the questions like what is needed to be done, or what are the things that it can visualize through this data. So it is showing us, it's like what is the profit to by customer name, what is the profit to by sales category, what these things are also there that we can visualize this. So if we just select one of them, click on it and allowed it, then it will create the visualization by itself only. Here, so it is showing us like it has made a bar chart, and it is showing us like what is profit by customer name. We have these many customer name, and based on those whatever the profit we are getting, that it has visualized. So this is also thing we can do. If you want to export this data, we can do it, but right now I'm going to remove it. I will not keep this. So what we can do next is we will again, if we can create any of the card again. This thing over here, you can see that we have here column 2 and column here. What we will do is we will quickly go and change the name of those columns. Where we can change the name, we can change their name in this table view. That will not be two columns will not be seen in the Power Query editor, right? Because we have calculated those columns. So in this column we have the option of like it is representing year, so we will rename it as year. We were having date, right? And next to it's what? Here you can see that it is categories. So categories in the uppercase. We don't need this column, but we are still keeping it. We will rename this. Just select it, right click and click on rename. So what we should give? We'll give it like categories. Okay. So it will take a little bit of time. Yeah. So it has done. So again we will go in this report view. And here you can see the name is being changed. Like we have this categories calculated column, and also the next what was it, that must also has been updated in our data sets. Here you can see that year is being updated over here. Now we can also, no, we have did the sales, right? So we can take revenue as new card. What we have to do is we have to again go on this card and we will take revenue this time. If we select it, what it is showing, it is showing, yes, it is showing sum of revenue. Now we are creating a card, right? We are making a visualization only. So to make our things simple, what we can do is we can click, select this. Here you can see the option of format painter. You can click on over here, and when you will come here and just select this thing, whatever the changes we made for this, like whatever the designing we made for this card will also apply for this. Now here what we have to do is we just have to resize this according to our this card, and then we just have to change the name of that card. So now that is looking good, right? So what I will do is we will change the name also. We can rename this visual. From here also we have the option, like it is sum of revenue. We can give this as total revenue, right? So the name is being changed over here. Next, what we will do is we will take a chart, any different chart. Let's take this. So here we are having the chart. So now we have to understand. Here we can see that whatever value we want to add to this y-axis, we can add it from here. Drag and drop the column. Here x-axis legend. If we want to give any, we will understand this once we will give any name. So I want to make this on the basis of customer name. So on the y-axis there will be customer name and whatever they have sold. So here you can see the things are being represented. So here we have this header, we can say, of our this chart. So we can change it that also, and if we want to change these things like a name of these y-axis and x-axis, that also we can change. So I will just leave this as name, y-axis as name. We can double click over here and then also we can change the name of that column. Of x-axis I will give as quantity sold. Now I have given a legend to it, that is revenue. By revenue it is going to sort, like here you can see that 80% is of Jack, 90 40 140% is of Hana. So according to that it is going to sort the data. So here if we click on this bar, then also you can see like whose name is there, how much revenue and how much quantity is being sold. So that is also the thing we can make possible. If we want to change the color of these bars, then also we can do that, but right now I will go with this header. So where we can do these things, like we have here option format visual. Here if we want to change anything regarding y-axis, like we want to make it bold, the names and that, like we want to change the font, then also we can change it, make it underlined. Let's keep this and see what happens. Then with color of whatever we want to give, you can see that it is becoming have been a dark bit of dark. Next, title. Now whatever the title is, if you want to give to x-axis, all the settings regarding x-axis, sorry, y-axis are being seen over here, the values in that y-axis. Now layout, if you want to change anything regarding x-axis, grid lines. Now what is this grid lines? We have here, if you are able to see, we have this dotted lines over here. These are known as grid lines. So if we want to change the color of that grid lines, we can do it from here. So like if I make it a bit dark and transparency. See, you can see that lines are becoming visible to us. If I reduce, it is not. If I increase the transparency, then it was not able to see. So I have decreased the transparency and we can see that. We can change the style also. Now here it is dotted. If we want solid line, then we can make it from here. If we want anything custom as per our need, then also we can do. I will keep this dashed only. Now width, if I want to increase of that, then also I can do, but there is no need of that, right? So we are not going to increase it. Zoom slider, here it is not there. If you want to change the color of bar, I will just, should we keep this grid lines or not? Let it be. I will just reduce the transparency a bit. Yes. So if you want to change the color of bars, then we can do it from here. Here you can see that color option is visible to us over here. If we select this, the default color is blue color. If you want to change that, then we can select it from here and we can change the color of that. So see, if I decrease or increase the transparency, then it is not getting us visible. If I decreased it, then we can see those bars clearly. So if I want to see the border color of those bars, so that also I can see it from here, or if I want to change, then also I can change it from here. Like whatever color I want, then I can give it from here. I can also increase, let's keep black only. Now if I want to if I don't want to see them, then I can increase their transparency. If I want to see, then I will keep. I can also increase their width so they can be visible. You can see, if I have increased their width, then I can see that. I don't want it right now. I will keep as it is. Here we have this option of plot area background. Now this is known as plot, right? So this area's background also we can change. Now let's take that image which we took for the background first. And you can see that again. If I take this here, so this is known as plotting area. Like this plotting area's background is being changed, so we don't want this, but we can do this also. I'm going to remove it, not yeah. So this is how we are creating a chart. There are many different options available over here. Let's go in this general, and we have this titles option also. Title is like quantity sold by name and revenue. So we want to, if we want to keep this, then we can keep. If we want to change, then we can change it also. What type of heading we want to give, that also we can decide it from here. If we want to change the font of our heading or title, we can change it from here. If we want to make it bold, increase the size of the font, and text color, whichever text color we want of our heading, we can also change it from here. Now let's see if it is okay. I think black is only okay. So background color and also the alignment, I think we should keep it in center. So these are the things we have done. If we create first only visual like perfect, then we can create others also fastly. So it depends like how we are working with the dashboard. So here we have made this alignment center. Now what we can do is, if we want to just keep the color of this, we have seen the option of format painter, right? We will select that card, we will select over this format painter, come here and then click. So you can see whatever the changes were there or whatever the settings were there of this card, it is again the settings have been changed and it has been uh, come over here. So you can see this name has been again come at the left alignment. Why it is? Because here the things were like that only. So now according to this we are going to arrange wherever we want this our chart. So this was the chart which we made. Next what we will do is we will create a pie chart. Make sure whenever you are selecting any visual, you don't keep selecting this any of the chart and then you will go here. So if you do like that and then you will select come over here and select any of the chart, then what will happen is the thing which was there already, it will change according to whatever you have selected. We don't want it, right? So what it was card, so we will again just keep it as card only. We want to create a pie chart, right? So you just make sure there is no selected visual and then you go and select the visualization thing whichever you want. Now next we will create this pie chart. Here you can see the option of legend is there, then values, details. Now pie chart is used for what? We know that, right? So what we are going to do is we will select the values for it. Let's take sales category. In this sales category we have calculated this column, right? We have high, low and medium type of sales. Those are being classified. We have created a DAX function and according to that we have sorted the things. Now in the values we will take quantity sold. So you can see we have made this pie chart, and if we again formatted it according to that, then most of the things will be done here. And if we select 1, so you can see that here also the values are being changed. Here also these 3 bars only are being highlighted. So whenever we click on any one value, and based on that, other charts will also change their format, or they will also highlight the thing whichever you in one visualization you have selected. Based on that, all the visualizations will show you what is the impact of that one particular selected thing. So I am arranging it nearby this thing only. Let's keep it here only. Let's see afterwards what we can do with that. So this is how we are creating a pie chart. Now if you want to come again back, yeah, this is how pie chart is being created. Now next what we will do is we will understand KPI. So what is this KPI? We have understood it in the beginning, right? Here you can see this option of KPI. We'll select it and here we have this visualization. So what we will do is we will add this columns from here. In the value, we will add the sum of total sales. Now here this is the total sales. Make sure you add the things which are connected to that visualization. Okay, now here total sales is there. Trend axis we will take, let's take this cost, and based on what target you want to calculate it, you have to give that. So what we can do now, total sales is that. Now how much is sold, we can take this. So now this value is being presented in the green color. Green color means we can say that we have positive impact of that sale. So based on that, we have to give this a value and target of what it has to complete. If we will, what we can do is we will change the values from here, some quantity sold here, and here we will take total sales. So you can see that it is showing us the graph which is going down, and goal was this much and we are in the loss of this much. So it is showing us in the red color. So KPI is important to represent this thing, that if we are in the profit or we are in the loss. So like based on that also we can then take a decision. We can resize it according to our need. Then we can change its let's keep it whatever it was first. Total sales, we will keep it here only. Quantity sold, we can keep as a target. But it is wrong way, right? If whatever the things are sold and based on that only we are taking sales, it will definitely show in the positive way. So we should understand what the things we should make visualize. So it is based on our requirements file also. Sometimes if we want to change the name, we can change it from here, sum of total sales. Or what we can do is we will just go over here in general. We have here this title and we can change it from here, sum of total sales. We'll remove this, and sum of quantity sold. Now let's just keep this total sales and quantity sold by cost. So this thing we can understand it, right? How we are making. Now again we will apply this format painter thing to it to make our work easier. So here also we have seen this. This was the KPI. Let's take a, if we will come in this visual pane, when we can also take this map. But in our table there is no field related to any location, right? We don't have any of the column which is based on location, and on the date also we cannot access the or remove the location on the base of that date. So what we will, but this is the thing that we can, if we select this map, then we can take it and then arrange the values according to whatever we want. Like here it is asking location legend based on here. Even if we take values, then also it will not understand that what it has to represent, right? Location we cannot, this is the wrong practice, we cannot add this. So we will not take this visualization map, but we have the option of taking map also. Here you can see that we have this tree map option. We will take this. Now what the things we have to add? In this category I will, let's take product. What type of products are there? In this details, let's take this calculated column. And in values, what we can take? Let's take it by category. So depending on the things which we have provided it has created the tree map. So we just have to go on that, then we can see like whose sale was more and whose was medium. Those things it is showing us. So again what we will do is we can change the name by going in this general, count of category by product, and sales category. So we will keep this for understanding. If we want to change heading and all the things, then we can do it from here. Now we will again apply format painter to this. Yes. So decomposition tree is also there. Then we can just, now these are the things that as per our understanding and as per our requirements we have to do, right? So next is what we will do is we will take table. We'll work with the table. Let's select this table. Now whatever the values we want in the table we can do. Now we were having a sample sales tables only. So what we can, here we only have the option of column. So now here I have given it a column ID, then price. I should also give name, category. whatever the things we want to represent in a table, then we can give it to this. Now let's take this category calculated column. Yeah, so you can see that we this table is being created over here. We can resize it according to our need, and if we want to change its design, then we can do it that according to our way also. But if we just apply format painter, then also we can change it. So now if you want to change the values in this table, then also you can do. Here you can see this option is there. Like if we just select this pie chart and come here, and here there is a sort option is available, like on what based you want to sort, that also you can do. And here you can see that if you want to represent this thing in the table view, this particular visualization, then also you can do it. Now I have selected, that is why it is showing like that. But if I will not, then it will show all the things. Again, if you want to go back to the report, you can go from here. Now here this table is being created. I will just make it a bit short. So if anyone want to see the values, then he or she can just drag or this. Those things are available over here. For right now, just I will keep it as short. Now here we have the option of this matrix. Oops, I have selected within that only. So these things happens, okay. What you can do is you can just again select that, come here, select on this canvas, and then you can take this matrix. Now here you can see that it has automatically adjusted it, but we can change it also. Now here you can see that we have the option of rows, columns, and values. What the values we want. Let's take here this category in the rows, a revenue in this column, and in the values we will take as, let's take this name. So based on that, based on the things it has sorted, or it has created a matrix, and we can then adjust it. We can again apply format painter to it. So most of our work will get easy, right? Let's apply this first. There is no need for this much, right? We can just keep it as like this. Or like card also we can make it. So now it depends upon us, like what the things we want to visualize, what things we want to create, or whatever the things we want to show. Now what we can do is we can go on the next page. We'll just take a different page and we will understand the things. Let's take this last funnel. There are many more things, but we are just taking this. What we will do, we have here category option. In that I'm going to take this, and in values I want profit. So here it has created this chart. So now it depends like what are our requirements. Based on that we are going to create the visualization or dashboard. According to that we will come here. It is taking time. We will select this format painter, go on this page and apply over here. So now it is also changed. We can change the name according to our based, our whatever our needs is are. We have this option of slicer also. Now slicer is what, if you want to sort the things based on any other thing, what we will do, we will just keep this funnel over here only, and we will take a new, come on this first page. Here we will create a new slicer in this area. What we will do, we have not selected, right? So we will select a slicer, And here we have this, we have the column of year, right? So on the base of year, we will make changes in this. Here you can see that there is only one field is available. So we have this slicer. So in 2000 year, we are only having 1 year, right? 2024. So that is the thing only over here. So based on that, here you can see that used category option thing is there. We will not keep it. Yeah. What the drill down field should be. What we'll just take its suggestion once and see. So here it is the check box. If you add it now, there is in the 2024 what were the categories there. So like that it is showing us. So if we want to change the style of this slicer, we can do it from here, or we can go here in this, and here we have this slicer heading, slicer style option. In this vertical you will see that if you want the drop down list, then you will just make this as a drop down list, so you can then access it according to your need. So this is what slicer is in Power BI, or we can say that in data visualization. So slicer header is on. So if you want it, if you don't want, you can remove it. If you want to do some of the settings on the values, then you can do it. We will just simply select this and make it format it. We'll just select it. So this is a simple dashboard which we have created through Power BI, or created in Power BI. Now it depends what is our creativity and what are the different things we can do and create the dashboards whichever we want. Now as we have said, these dashboards are interactive. Why we are saying it? Because if we select any one value from one visualization, then the other things, the related other things, other in the, like if you want from here we selected this, so other things also will highlight the things related to the selected ones, right? So and understanding the data. Now we were having just 1 year, right? That is 2024. So based on 2024 we have these things over here. This table is representing the columns whichever we are having, and then what was the total sales, are we in the profit or not. So based on these requirements, we are going to understand that requirements and format or transform our data, and then and based on that we will create visualizations. So it was just a simple visualization made whatever with our data was, and you can, it depends upon your creativity. Now next what you can do, so we can change the name also of this pages, right? So now we want to save this in any format. So what we can do is we will just simply select on this file. Here you can see that we have the import option also. So if we want to import any other dashboard or like that, then we can import it, and if you want to export, then we will select on this export. Now if you want it in Power BI template, now if you want to work on that report again, so what you can do is you can export it with the Power BI template as a Power BI template only. And if you want to export it as a PDF, then you can go with this option. So we have these options also here. Now publish, when we can publish this report when we are working with the Power BI service. So this is how we are creating any visualization. Based on that we are understanding the data, sharing this these reports or these visualizations, and making these dashboards interactive. It depends upon our creativity, like what are the requirements, and understanding that requirements we are creating the dashboards.